this is Mike with DRUMline. Nancy DeGotti set me up with Christopher Williams from Accept, and I was going to do an interview, but I will say hello to Christopher. Hello, Christopher.
Hello, how are you?
Now, I wanted to do this interview with you, but somebody showed up. He's the best interviewer in the history of interviewing, and he lives out here in LA. He's Tiny Bubs, Anthony Tiny Biuso. So I'm going to hand the mic off. Like if I was playing guitar, which I don't do very well, and Slash showed up,
You're at the Tone Pros booth.
I'm at the Tone Pros booth. I'll tell you what, I'll ask you about Tone Pros, and then I'll bring Anthony in to ask you about you.
Here you go.
So, but I'm going to say this: if I'm playing guitar and Slash shows up, I'm stepping aside. So if Anthony shows up when I'm interviewing, I'll be stepping aside. Okay, so anyway, tell me about what you did as far as Tone Pros.
Well, Tone Pros is a family business that I was kind of adopted into about 11 or 12 years ago. And it's the best guitar hardware in the world. It's locking with set screws. You get more tone and resonance out of your guitar because the vibration goes straight down in via the set screws, tightens everything up. And being a drummer, I understand resonance and vibration and all that, but I also play guitar as well. Okay. So, yeah, my uncle's Peter Stroud, Sheryl Crow's guitarist.
Oh, okay.
So I grew up around vintage guitars and amps and all that stuff my whole life. So I'm a closeted guitar nerd, you know.
Yeah, I play in secret myself in the bedroom. I got some guitar.
But we won't tell them about that.
No. Edit that. I always, I'll hand off the mic. What should I do, Anthony? Hand off the mic.
Hand off.
Wait, hut!
And now for the most awkward moment in internet television history, I sit in. Okay. So, how long you been with the band, Accept?
Just over a year now. I've known Peter and Wolf for, I don't know, years now. So, and we're all in Nashville, so that's always been.
Yeah, everyone seems to be moving to Nashville. My friends are all urging me to move to Nashville, but I don't know, man. I've like firmly planted my roots so firmly here in Los Angeles in the last 25 years. It makes me nervous to want to move. Any tips for the nervous guy?
Just come on over, man. It's very open, very welcoming. It's the South, you know.
And it costs about $37 a month to rent an apartment, I heard.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than out here.
Oh my God, dude. Every time I earn some money, I'm like, oh, I got a good chunk of money. Oh yeah, that's right. Rent, car payment, bills, utilities, gasoline.
Yeah, I love it over there. I actually looked at moving out to LA years ago. I moved from South Carolina, and it was Atlanta, which was New York. I play jazz, but I'm not a jazzer, man.
New York is expensive as hell too.
Yeah, too much hustle for me, man. I'm laid back, so that's why I was looking at Southern California. And then I looked at rent versus cost of living in Nashville. It's all right, other side of the country, or 6 hours drive. Do I want to pay triple the amount of rent, or like a couple $100 more?
So now, basically, for the amount of money that I spend on my apartment, you have a mansion with 4 horses.
Pretty much 5.
Yeah. Pretty nice.
It's a quarter horse, so I mean, I guess 4 1/4.
Yeah. Very good. So, what have you got planned coming up this year for Accept? And I heard you said you had an album in the works.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, so we just finished up, or are finishing up. We have a few shows left. The album cycle for the Blind Rage tour, and God, I don't even know how many countries we've done just in the last year, but we've been all over the place. The fans have been great. The album did really well, and welcomed me into the circle. So we're kind of winding that down, and we're writing the new record right now. Wolf actually just finished up a new solo classical album as well.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of play here at the NAMM show, man. Wolf's been making the rounds.
Oh yeah. He and Peter have stopped in a handful of times. So we're doing that, and then most of the rest of the year is just going to be writing and recording the new record, and then as soon as 2017 hits, we're going full force again.
Nice, sweet. Yeah, I haven't been on tour since April. I was playing with a band, but I finished the tour. Haven't jumped on any other tours yet, but the best thing about being a musician is getting paid to visit other countries.
Absolutely. I tell people that aren't musicians that are friends of mine, I have the best job in the world. We all do. You get to do what you love, your favorite thing in the world, you make a living at it of some sort, even if you don't, as long as you're having fun. But
A little bit here and there, it's all you need. You just want to have fun doing what you do.
that's it, man. And hopefully you're positively impacting people's lives. You know, even if I'm having a bad day, man, the 2 hours on stage, if somebody out there forgets about their problems, even if it's for 20 seconds, then it's worth it. You know, it's worth everything you miss back home. But it really is. It's a blessing, man. You get to do what you love. You get to see the world doing it, and your rent's paid.
Right. It's nice to meet guys like yourself that think like that, because I think like that as well. It's really not about, you know, my ego or satiating this need to be adored by women or whatever. You're just going out there, you're playing music, you're enjoying what you do. You get a couple bucks in the bank account when you get home, and you just realize, wow, I did a tour with Rhino Bucket in 2010. I came home, I was like, wow, I just did like 15 countries in 50 days. We did something like 47 or 48 shows in 52 or 53 days.
Racking up those sky miles, man.
My hands, I mean, and it was in the winter time, and I thought, okay, you know, it's winter time, my hands won't be as beat up as like summer. No, man, my hands were chopped meat.
You know, the hands dry out and get cracky, and then the blisters start, and it's downhill. My hands actually just healed up about a week ago, and we wrapped that tour mid-December.
Wow.
So they took a beating out there.
So where were you guys out on tour just most recently?
Oh, God, all through Europe. Russia, Sweden, Bulgaria, Bucharest, Germany, France, God, all over the place.
Nice. I haven't been to Russia yet. I really want to get to Russia.
I loved it. That was my first time going, and as soon as we touched down in Moscow, it's like, what? Are you kidding me? I'm actually here.
Yeah, the buildings are pretty bitchin' there, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, it's beautiful.
That's the coolest thing is seeing these humongous, like, you're like, they don't build stuff like this back home.
No, and you know, I love going out and seeing old architecture in the cities. I mean, St. Petersburg on this last tour, it was probably my favorite. You know, and then even over the summer, we went through Greece and went through Athens and got to go up and see Acropolis, and it's just, it's incredible.
I have a whole Facebook album online on my Facebook page that is just castles in Europe.
Yeah, go through Germany, man. There are plenty of them.
It's ridiculous. You're like, man, did everybody before it got really, you know, industrialized and colonized here, everybody just lived in a castle?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, come to Nashville. They're a lot cheaper. I don't know.
I mean, you pick a mountaintop and you build this just tremendous. I mean, I remember we'd just be driving down the freeway or the, you know, whatever.
The Autobahn.
Yeah, with those thingamajigs. You're just cruising down the street, the thing that cars drive on, and you're just going castle, 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 castle. And once in a while, we tell the bus driver, whatever, hey, pull over. We want to get up there. He's like, oh no, you cannot go up there. You cannot. Okay, so just pull down to the bottom. We'll figure out how to get. He's like, oh man, this one guy was like really pissed off. He didn't want to do it. And we were like, look, man, we got like 2 days off. We're not in a rush to get anywhere right now. Let's go hit a castle. So like, we got some guy to drive us up there, and then there was this gondola that took us up to the top, like a really janky ski lift type thing, on like ropes.
Down and you're going, oh shit, man! I've got a fear of heights.
Yeah, on like ropes, not even cables, like these big thick ropes.
Yeah, and you get up there and you're looking down and you're going, man, that's 200 or 300 yards down. That's, oh my God, you know.
And then you're in there and you realize, wow, when this castle was built in like 1200 or 1300, people were 5 feet tall.
Manual labor, dude. It's like, you know, they might have had a basic pulley system, simple mechanics.
And all these little guys building it, you know, they all little 5-footers. And I remember laying in the beds in some of these castles, like they had little rooms set up and everything. You're like laying in a bed. It's as long as this table. I'm like, oh yeah, they didn't have any guys 6'3" like me.
It's the Druids from Stonehenge.
Exactly. Cool, man. So we talked a little bit about your companies. Why don't you let the people out there know what you're playing and what you enjoy playing and what you think of your products and your sponsors?
I'm playing DW drums, Evans drum heads. I've been playing Evans for, God, 15 years, I guess. I don't know. ProMark sticks, I just signed on with them. Peisty cymbals are taking great care of us out on the road. Humsenberg cases, Kickport, Pure Sound wires. You know, I love them all. You know, and I don't know. There's just something when I find a company that I can get behind. You know, why change it? I mean, and the important thing to me more than anything is the relationship. And all of these companies have been really, really generous and have taken great care of me. And the stuff holds up, you know.
That's the most important thing, man. You got to pick and choose products that you like, that you desire to play, not that are willing to give you free stuff. Because these companies all talk to each other. They're all connected. They all know that you just went to Sabian, to whatever, to Zildjian, to Pisces. They just know that you just went to all three of them, over, especially here, man. They're all drinking with each other at the bar.
Well, and you see those cats hopping around. We've all seen them, you know. That's the flavor of the month. And my thing is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. But if you can find your voice with it, that's the most important thing to me. You know, I wanna sit behind my kit, regardless of the gig or the configuration or any of that, and know that the gear's not going anywhere, and I can use my voice. I can speak through the instrument with what I'm feeling and know that those instruments are going to go there with me, you know, whether we're playing way down here or whether we're through the roof, slam it like with Accept. You know, I use a completely different stick than I do at home, a diameter. And, you know, they hold up regardless, and I can still find my voice with all of those.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, I know you're super busy today. I'm going to let you go, but I just have one more question. If you could, like, just help our viewers and the young kids at home, what's a good piece of advice in this changing environment, in this changing music industry? What's a good piece of advice for the up-and-comers? You know, what do you think? What's a good piece of advice?
So I got my buddy throwing guitar picks at me.
Yeah, I was going to punch him in the mouth, but I thought maybe you know him, so I'll just save you the hassle.
We'll do that off camera. No, we'll take care of him. No, man, stick with it. Don't follow the trends. Find your own voice and be true to yourself, and never stop learning. Yeah. Never stop. I live in Nashville, and I still take lessons from time to time. Cool, you know, I don't know, just keep that fire going. You know, the day that it becomes work and it becomes boring or it's burning you out, man, step away. Step away for a while. But keep up on what's going on out there. Technology's always changing. Do yourself a favor. If you can familiarize yourself with Pro Tools or Ableton or any of that stuff that's out there, depending on what you're doing. You know, I mean, if you want to be a hired guy that's jumping around, or just familiarize yourself and stay open. And overall, just be cool, man. Don't be fake. Don't be full of it. People can read that a mile away.
Yeah, don't come to the NAMM show in some crazy ass outfit with a mask on and a backpack and a backpack and some goggles, and then try to go up to and then try to go up to a drum company and talk to him about drums, because that guy's just taking a selfie with you, and he's just kind of having a good time at your expense later on that night.
Yeah,
I mean, God bless you. You might be kick-ass.
Awesome. I don't know. We've all seen them, but every year there are those people at NAMM, and that's cool, man. If that's your thing, by all means.
I was confused earlier. I thought it might have been a promo for the new Star Wars movie that's coming out. And then
they're the Sand People.
And then I realized that maybe NAMM was trying to rebrand itself and like have all kinds of lifestyle and different platforms here, and maybe they had a Halloween store in the corner as well.
It's actually the new cast of The Hills Have Eyes 5.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Exactly. Well, on that note, we'll let Chris from Accept go. Thanks for your time, brother. Appreciate it. DRUMline.net, where we throw a net around the drumming community.